The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. This video book is a summary of the original work. The complete book published by the author can be found at the link in the description of this video. The author. In The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Harv Eker unveils the mysterious dynamics of financial success. Eker, a man who can now proudly bear the title of millionaire, spent many years dissecting and integrating those mental principles that draw the line between those who have the innate ability to accumulate wealth and those who constantly sail in stormy economic waters. Harv Eker doesn't just speak theoretically, his words are indeed the result of experiences lived firsthand. With unwavering determination and by applying the same teachings he shares today, he embarked on an astonishing journey, transforming from an individual without a penny in his pocket to a millionaire, and all in a surprisingly short span of time, just 2.5 years. Eker, in addition to being an expert in finance and personal success, is the founder and leader of Peak Potentials Training. This institution, dedicated to personal growth, has earned the recognition of being among the most advanced in all of North America. His lessons and seminars have been a beacon for over 1 million individuals scattered across every corner of the globe. In this valuable ebook, Eker doesn't just theorize, he clearly and precisely shows us the path to financial freedom. But before we delve into Eker's work, we ask you to support our efforts by subscribing to the channel, activating the notification bell, and leaving us a comment. You will help us improve. Now let's continue. Happy listening. Specific thought patterns to program our wealth. Money and wealth weave a unique tale with each of us. There are those who possess the Midas touch, able to turn anything they touch into gold. Some, thanks to a brilliant entrepreneurial idea, amass immense fortunes, but pride and arrogance can lead them to squander every resource or to venture into ill-advised investments. Then there are those who, despite not risking even a coin, end up in the abyss of failure. Many believe that once the essence of business dynamics and financial strategies is grasped, monetary success will be inevitable. But the truth is that earnings in business are not solely dependent on skill, luck, or fate, but rather on our deeply rooted mental patterns. Each of us is equipped with a specific cognitive framework, indelibly etched into our internal hard drive. Millionaires, in a sense, are coded to thrive, while others seem destined for a more modest economic reality. Shadows of the past, childhood memories, and learned behaviors shape these mental pathways, significantly influencing our financial future. Whether we're talking about thousands, millions, or billions, an individual's finances often don't stray from that setting established during youth. And why? Our subconscious acts like a thermostat. If set to a low temperature, it will push the individual to squander fortunes, but if oriented towards abundance, it will drive the preservation and growth of wealth. Unfortunately, many are predisposed to live with a limited income. This suggests that, although many have the potential to reach the peaks of wealth, few manage to maintain that status and build lasting well-being. Think of magnates like Donald Trump, who, despite losing astronomical sums, always manage to bounce back because their minds are set on the billionaire model. If we aspire to such heights, we must dare to challenge and overcome old paradigms, embracing a millionaire's view of the world. I nostri modelli di pensiero sono plasmati da quello che ci hanno insegnato I nostri genitori sui soldi. Le nostre menti operano simili a machine calcolatrici sophisticate, nelle quali I software fondamentali vengono installati durante la tenera ETA, modellando schemi profondamente ancorati basati sui primi apprendimenti. Le parole, le sentenze sul denaro ascoltate in loop dai nostri genitori in tenera ETA, rimangono impress, designando quel mosaico di convinzioni che in futuro influenzeranno la nostra precisione economica. Frasi del calibro, il denaro e la radice di tutti I mali, il denaro non cresce sugli alberi, o, la felicità non si può comprare, si sono radicate nel profondo della nostra psiche, delineando I contorni del nostre scelte finanziarie. Poiché l'influenza genitoriale pesa maggiormente nell'infanzia, ci troviamo di fronte a un bivio, o abbracciamo le loro convinzioni pecuniarie, o lo respingiamo. Ci ritroviamo, quindi, a calpestare l'uxta strada economiche dei nostri genitori o ad annullare a percorsi divergenti. Tuttavia, la mera opposition non basta a disinnescare l'eredità finanziaria che ci è stata tramandata. Questo poiché, coloro che si ribellano, spesso sono mossi da motivazioni distorti. Non aspirano veramente alla prosperità, ma piuttosto desiderano contrapporsi alle credenze economiche dei propri genitori o elevare la propria autostima o loro spese. Così, le abitudini assorbite in giovinezza diventano prepotenti, anche essi si sforzano e accumulano un patrimonio, rischiano di dilapidarlo se non si applicano con decisione a riscrivere la propria storia economica. D'altro canto, chi ha avuto la fortuna di crescere con il credo che, con il denaro si può fare molto, avrà maggior facilità nella crescere la propria ricchezza, imparando presto che la vera soddisfazione proviene non solo dal possesso, ma anche dalla libertà e indipendenza che il denaro può conferire. Unconsciously, we reproduce our parents' financial model. The echo of familiar voices resonates not only in the words spoken by our parents but also in the gestures with which they interacted with wealth and the hands with which they shaped monetary destiny. "It's a gesture I saw my mother make" might be a justification when asked about certain financial choices, just as we might explain our macaroni recipe as a family legacy. Remember when, as children, we begged for some coins and our mother referred us to our father? From these simple gestures, the idea settled that financial management was a male domain, and that women were distant from these mechanisms. Or, if our parents lived through events like World War II or periods of economic hardship, the shadows of such experiences stretch over our perception of money, making us always feel as if what we have is never enough. Childhood episodes represent the foundations of our financial building. As children, we were keen observers of our parents' economic behaviors, later etched into the stone of our subconscious. And when, as young adults, we start taking our first steps in the working world, we often replicate, perhaps unconsciously, the same financial strategies of our parents. Eker is a prime example. His father, a builder by profession, had amassed wealth several times through real estate transactions. However, he then invested every profit in new ventures, stumbling repeatedly. Eker, in an almost mirror-like manner, replicated this tumultuous financial trajectory in his early professional steps, oblivious to the origin of his failures. Humans are creatures of habit, and once a behavior takes root, uprooting it is challenging. Only through awareness and active reflection can we detach ourselves from the invisible chains of lessons learned in youth and embark on new financial paths. Before changing your way of acting and thinking, you'll need to conduct a thorough inventory. If you're not reaching the peaks of wealth you aspire to, the cause might be more rooted in your inner landscape than in the external circumstances surrounding you. Fortunately, there's no ticking clock. There's always time to reinvent oneself. The journey towards renewed prosperity begins with acceptance. Accept that, in some way, you've become trapped in a mindset that doesn't favor abundance. Take a moment and reflect on your roots, writing down how the behavioral patterns you've learned manage financial challenges. Which echoes of your parents' words still resonate today, influencing your financial decisions? Dissecting your financial situation with critical eyes can become a revealing exercise. Examine your account balance. It reflects not only what you earn but also how you're programmed to spend or save. The trajectory of your financial ventures, be they triumphs or failures, can reveal whether you're, unknowingly, predisposed towards growth or decline. With this introspection, you'll be able to identify the hidden currents that drive your finances. And once you've mapped out your inner terrain, the transformation can begin. Tune into your inner universe, replacing old thoughts and limiting beliefs with new mental patterns oriented towards opulence. Breaking the pattern with a new guiding principle and behavioral innovations. If only it were possible to access wealth through the words written in books, weighing theories on abundance, or following golden advice to amass fortunes. But reality is more complex. Our task is to rewrite the ancient notions about money rooted in our psyche, not just overlay new information. Our initial notions about money, in fact, take shape during childhood. If we aspire to a metamorphosis, it's essential to harness more evolved principles about prosperity and recite them as if they were a sacred chant. By practicing this advice, you might find yourself speaking to yourself every evening, reliving the wisdom of the wealthy. Phrases like, "I carry financial wisdom with me," or "my money, working tirelessly, continually grows," can become your sentinels. However, the reworking of old mental scripts can only occur through awareness of one's actions. Authentic learning comes from direct experience. As creatures of habit, those who aspire to transform their relationship with money must first revolutionize their routines. It's precisely following this philosophy that Harv Eker skillfully broke the vicious circle learned from his father, inaugurating a chain of gyms that, with determination, led him to the creation of a millionaire empire. But a clear mind is not enough. The right discipline is also needed. Imagine being in a shopping mall, drawn to an exclusive handbag boutique. The familiar voice in your head exclaims, "It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity." But it's in these moments that you must invoke your renewed code of conduct. If my finances are precarious, I should refrain from purchasing. By confidently declaring your new beliefs and practicing conscious decisions, you will gradually dispel the mind's deceptions, drawing ever closer to the actions of a millionaire. If you want to be wealthy, you must learn to take fate into your own hands. If you aspire to prosperity, you must firmly root in yourself the idea that you are the captain of your ship. Those who have achieved wealth know this well. They are always at the helm of their decisions. In contrast, those with a fragile financial balance tend to relegate themselves to the role of mere passengers, allowing others to navigate the waters of their income. It's truly astonishing to observe how those who struggle often squander a considerable slice of their earnings on illusory dreams like the lottery, hoping that luck might solve their problems. The wealthy, on the other hand, do not leave their fate to chance or sit waiting for an unexpected treasure. Too often, those living in precarious financial conditions wear the cloak of the victim, pouring blame on external factors. Perhaps it's the government, or the boss, or the shifting economy. However, nothing will change until you recognize that you hold the reins of your economic destiny. Always remember, you are the architect of your financial fate, and if you stumble, seek answers within yourself. If you find yourself brooding or complaining about your constraints, take a deep breath and focus your energy on what you can actually change. Only then will you be able to deliberately pave the way towards abundance. Future millionaires should have a positive attitude towards money. The ancient dichotomy between virtue and opulence curiously finds resonance primarily among the impoverished, not among those who have scaled the heights of wealth. To aspire to prosperity, you must ardently desire what it represents. Those in economically modest conditions, all too often, are besieged by a dense web of preconceptions about wealth, the fear of being desired only for their bank account, the anxiety that fortune might corrupt their essence. Not to mention fears related to the weight of work and the responsibility that a rich inheritance brings, views that often serve as insurmountable barriers. Those who see only shadows on the path to prosperity, those who feel oppressed by its arduousness, are destined to stumble, missing the opportunity to accumulate well-being. In contrast, those who have achieved wealth incessantly see golden opportunities and flourishing prospects. These individuals do not hesitate before bold challenges, convinced of their ability to rise even after the most severe falls. The gain from betting audaciously. A higher risk can yield exponential returns. Your fortune will multiply if you tackle every opportunity with fervor, repelling doubts and fears. And, if you aspire to wear the mantle of the wealthy, you must learn to venerate them. Feelings like envy or mistrust, typical of those who view others' prosperity with suspicion, can cloud one's path to success. If you view the wealthy with suspicion, you're unlikely to follow in their footsteps. And you might risk missing the opportunity to forge relationships with those who could offer wise advice on how to get rich. Therefore, embracing a millionaire mindset means rewriting your relationship with money. If you value and honor what you aspire to become, in this case, prosperous, you're more likely to reach that goal. Admire those who have achieved success, without envying their fortune, and you might very well find yourself walking alongside them. You can only become wealthy if you give it your all. Prosperous individuals, from the very first steps of their journey, have a clear goal: opulence. They harbor absolute devotion, an irrevocable soul pact towards prosperity. Those who merely long for wealth but set conditions and limits on their commitment often never see that desire come to fruition. It's the uncompromising ardor towards prosperity that distinguishes true champions. Embracing grueling 16-hour workdays, sacrificing temporary freedoms, are coins deposited in this treasure chest of success. Continuous training, facing obstacles, and the will to improve are fundamental pillars of this journey. Fortune thrives when watered by one's dedication. Immersing oneself in specialized books, seminars, and studying investment strategies are not options but necessities. The deeper you penetrate the secrets of the financial world, the more tools you'll have to multiply your wealth. At the foundation of all this is the courage to undertake, to set up something of one's own or to navigate expanding sectors, as the truly affluent tend to be captains of some ship. And yes, luck can blow for or against the sails of an enterprise, but without a clear course, a vision, a business model that can thrive in the future, every wind proves futile. The ideal approach. Dive passionately and with an eagerness to learn into the sector that fascinates you, regardless of hierarchy. Want to create a culinary empire? Start among the tables of a restaurant, observing, learning. And if the muse of entrepreneurial ideas eludes you, jump aboard someone else's project. But in every circumstance, sign an inner contract, that of becoming a master of money, investing every ounce of energy into your entrepreneurial visions. Reach for the stars if you want to become a millionaire. Moguls don't settle for just any gain, they aim for the stars in financial matters. Most people, on the other hand, only aspire to economic security, a modest but stable income. The universe has a peculiar way of responding to such desires. The size of your vision of wealth will directly influence what you receive. The formula is crystal clear. Grand thinking translates into ambitious actions, yielding considerable profits in return. A limited vision, on the other hand, results in meager earnings. Many struggle to envision a service that embraces a broad and diverse audience. Those aspiring to prosperity should question the scope of their work. Do you reach a dozen individuals or thousands? The volume of people benefiting from your services directly impacts your salary, forcing you to decide whether to aim to conquer a city or the globe. That's why strictly personal services can represent a dead end. Imagine being an expert masseur. There would be a physical limit to the number of clients you could serve in a day. At best, your earnings would remain constant. But aspiring moguls don't limit themselves. Time is a precious resource, and tying one's earnings to hours worked is a narrow perspective. The truly wealthy are not paid for hours but for the excellence of their results, as excellence knows no bounds. They won't aspire to be mere masseurs but to create and spread an entire philosophy of massage worldwide. But what if you're not used to thinking in grand terms? It's crucial to surround yourself with visionary individuals, those who aren't afraid to aim for the stars. As the saying goes, if you aspire to soar with the eagles, avoid diving with the ducks. Successful figures not only inspire grand visions but also illustrate how to translate such visions into tangible reality. You can only grow money if you manage it correctly. Accumulating substantial wealth is one art, preserving and making it fruitful is another. Discipline and acumen in money management are cornerstones for building and maintaining true wealth. Many fall into the illusion that a high salary equates to a comfortable position. However, the real measure of an individual's wealth lies in their net worth, the algebraic sum of all their assets. Savings and returns from investments are crucial ingredients in this mix. Aiming for a high income is essential, but it's equally vital to channel those funds with a long-term vision. Those who have a holistic view and outline a targeted financial plan tend to find harmony between income, expenses, and savings. It might be advantageous to enlist the expertise of a trusted financial advisor. Passive income, that money that comes in without active engagement, like returns from stocks or investment funds, is a precious gem in the crown of wealth. When aspiring to prosperity, it's imperative to make your money work, rather than letting it lie dormant. From real estate, to land, to promising entrepreneurial projects, there are myriad investment vehicles that can amplify your wealth. Segment your income. Allocate 50% to current expenses and 1/10 of your earnings to a fund exclusively for stock investments or other passive income vehicles. Also, dedicate another 10% to a pleasures account, to occasionally indulge in some luxury and savor the essence of a millionaire, perhaps dining in an exclusive restaurant and ordering the most exquisite dish. Saving is a pillar in building wealth. Maintaining a modest lifestyle is equally crucial. If you fall into the trap of flaunting your fortune with luxury cars or designer clothes, true wealth will elude you. Only those oriented towards the future and willing to postpone immediate gratifications can aspire to join the Millionaires Club. You must think highly of yourself if you want to be rich and successful. The demarcation between those who are prosperous and those who are not often lies in a deep sense of self-worth. The prosperous know their worth and firmly believe they deserve abundance. On the other hand, there are individuals who, tormented by a sense of unworthiness, fail to believe in their potential. This self-limitation holds them back, especially during the pivotal moments of financial transactions. Confidence in one's abilities allows the wealthy to boldly present their ideas and business ventures. It's no coincidence that many leaders are prosperous, as leadership positions entail higher earnings. But being a leader also means attracting followers, and this is only possible if you can sell your vision to the world. Many are instilled from a young age that self-promotion is in bad taste. But in the business sphere, the motto seems to be, if I don't celebrate my abilities, who will? This inability to promote oneself is an Achilles heel for those who perceive themselves as inadequate. Recognizing and then selling your worth to others requires deep introspection into your talents. We must identify how these talents can translate into exceptional products or services. Finding that product or service that resonates with your passion is crucial. And how can you bolster your self-esteem and get closer to the mindset of the wealthy? Immerse yourself in their environments, join an exclusive club, frequent renowned restaurants, or sip coffee in the city's most luxurious hotel. Believing in oneself is the key to convincing others to do the same. This work teaches us that prosperity is a reflection of the mental models acquired during childhood. The path to rewriting these patterns involves awareness, adopting a new approach, and incorporating the millionaire mindset. Our bank balance is often a mirror of our thoughts. Mental models, influenced by paternal precepts about money, define our wealth. Often, we unconsciously replicate our parents' financial strategies. But how can we overturn these ancient thought patterns? First and foremost, an internal assessment is necessary. Afterward, it's essential to break old habits, adopting new philosophies and behaviors. To aspire to the millionaire within you, you must take control of your destiny. Adopt a positive outlook regarding money. Commit yourself fully. Aim for the highest peaks. Manage your resources wisely. And, above all, firmly believe in your worth and potential for success. Thank you for listening to this audiobook. We ask you to support us by subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell so you will receive a notification for every new audiobook we publish. The next summary is dedicated to the famous work by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What the rich teach their kids about money. Leave us a comment on the audiobook you just listened to or the title of a book you'd like to find on the channel Summaries for listening. See you next time.